The sun had long dipped behind the trees, leaving only the hush of twilight and the soft breath of wind through the leaves. The outer edge of Shadowleaf glowed with the quiet warmth of lantern light, flickering gently against the tall grass. ML stood at the boundary. She adjusted the strap of her satchel and rolled her shoulders, barehanded, lightly dusty from travel, but unbothered. Her Turkish-style warrior garb fluttered softly in the breeze, its muted reds and browns blending into the forest edge. Her hijab, neatly wrapped, caught the final light of the fading sky. Her light brown eyes shimmered with exhaustion and excitement. 25 years of questions. One path forward. She stepped into the village. Shadowleaf was calmer than she expected. The homes were compact and simple, made of stone and polished wood, arranged in wide open circles. Villagers moved slowly at this hour. A child helping light a lantern, a merchant tying down the last of his wares. People glanced her way with curiosity, but not alarm. A stranger wasn't unheard of here, especially not one who smiled so easily. She nodded at them in greeting. A few smiled back. Her destination was clear, the Adventure Guild. She'd already heard the name Braga whispered by a merchant she passed on the road. That was where travelers started. That was where she'd asked the question that had followed her since childhood. Who was my father, and why did he leave no trace? The guild door groaned open under her hand, revealing a warm, firelit interior. A long wooden counter, tapestries hanging from beams, a wall of scrolls. The place smelled of ink, sweat, and stories. Behind the counter stood a tall, broad-shouldered man, cloaked in a weathered brown coat, arms crossed, face half lit by lantern glow. "Evening," he said, voice deep, not unkind. "You're new." "Just arrived," she said cheerfully. "I'm here to stay. Name's ML." Braga studied her for a moment. His eyes were trained to measure people, not just their strength, but their reasons for being here. "No weapon?" She raised her wrapped hands slightly and smiled. "Don't need one." Braga raised an eyebrow. "You a striker?" "No. Warrior." Her voice was gentle but steady. "Physical. I use what my mother gave me, what my training shaped." Braga nodded slowly, then tilted his head toward the corner of the room. "You're not the only new face." ML followed his gesture and paused. On a cot near the fireplace, lying still but breathing, was a young woman wrapped in a pale shawl. Her face was calm, but her skin was pale. A pendant, shaped like a dancing flame, rested on her chest. "She okay?" ML asked, stepping closer. "She will be," Braga replied. "Took a mission to Verdant Wild. The forest didn't take kindly to her presence." ML's brow furrowed. "That your healer?" "Sarah," Braga confirmed. "Good soul, stronger than she looks." ML lingered at Sarah's side a moment, watching her chest rise and fall. "I want to stay," ML said at last. "I'm not here for just one quest. I want roots, a cottage, somewhere I can train and ask questions." Braga's eyes narrowed slightly. "What kind of questions?" She met his gaze, her tone still open, still kind. "My father was a swordsman, a legendary one. Left behind pieces, stories, whispers, but no name. I'm here to start filling in the blanks." Braga's gaze lingered a little longer than usual, but he nodded. "There's a cottage on the eastern edge, by the Verdant Wild Trail. It's simple, quiet, strong walls. Yours, if you want it." ML's smile widened. "I do." Braga handed her a scroll and a small iron key. "Welcome to Shadowleaf," he said. "Things are changing here. I can't promise peace, but I can promise purpose." "I don't want peace," ML said gently. "I want truth." She stepped outside into the cool night, key tucked into her belt. Lanterns burned along the path ahead, marking her way. She didn't know that Zeeler, her half-brother, had just passed down that same road not long ago. She didn't know that Sarah, lying inside, would one day fight beside her. She didn't know her questions were already tangled in the lives of others. But she walked forward anyway, light on her feet, fire in her blood, and the past calling softly behind her.